bracket final between Wolves Esports and Eli Gaming. Wolves
But
are
at least the
starting on
Teonaf is in
defense,
for Toronto,
we do see
which is
a lot
also
of
mad.
attention towards mid from both these teams, with the people towards Feeling, and a quick peek here from Heavyweight.
Wolves on defense.
Coming through, but he does manage to get out in
Gile
time.
on attack.
Rarga, he just come through and gotten someone through the wall, through the box. Spring going down early.
They got through to Art onto A side. It's just Juicy here. He should get a couple kills, maybe. Finds Heavyweight. Good flash, but is also flashed himself. Spike is planted. They quickly turn their attention back to this connector. They know someone is still lurking there.
Wait, he's kind of playing
Try
it.
to take out.
Dude, that's nice from the tail though. Patience is kind of insane,
Towards
man.
A main with the headed knights, but that's a good pull. Gets out with the teleport. It's a 2v2, but Rarga finds another one. The 3k for him. I don't know if I can actually solve this. Not 21 HP. He's surely going down. Gets
He had a nice shot at the end there.
versus Viva, but the spike is taken way too fast. Gets another one.
Okay, I mean XLG just played that well in terms of
Enough.
who was
First
trying to
round.
stay alive at the end.
Over to XLG.
He had to speed up a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, a great way to start that pistol.
Thank goodness the
Not a
Teo's
very
gone. Yeah, we didn't
chaotic,
get too much Teo
round
for a
from
little
either
bit.
side.
I mean, I
think
say
it
for a
just
little
came
bit.
down to XLG
You won't see it
not
ever again
having enough map
until they
control early on.
until they buff it.
Only getting the control over Art quite late in the round, but I mean, Juicy getting one here was huge. Unfortunately, though, it just still went the way of XLG.
Just Flo, hello. Hello, mate. How you doing, Flo? Thank you so much for the 15 months. Appreciate you, dude. We got Lucky 3017 as well with the tier 1. Thank you for the 12 months, dude.
And then having two in A main.
Okay, full
just trying to
eco.
delay
We got the eco
the
farmer
defuse
as well.
as long as possible. Good stuff from XLG early on here. And as we head into the second round,
What's the Teo enough? I
you
did
see
they.
some attention towards
They basically
B
just
main.
killed him.
Drone already used by XLG.
The rockets don't recharge, so you only have to. You have to buy the second rocket now. So technically, the after plant is like a little better because you can do rocket then rocket with no delay. Oh my goodness, bro! 3.
Two of them line up,
But also everything else is more expensive in your radars and your like range is less.
The Hunter
So-
is just
You have 2
Gosh.
rockets, so
a crazy weapon in the right hands. Both Raga and Yukao already
he's
shown that, and beside
he won't get played basically.
under
The only
control
reason he'll get played
for
at Toronto is
XLG.
that teams don't have time.
Spike should
Like some of
be
the
blinded
EMEA
anytime
teams
soon.
might have to play him
Raga's
just
already in position to find
just
the
because no
fourth
time.
one with the outlaw.
Dude, that's gonna get it. Yeah, nice way to start it. Gets the ult as well. The ult's so good for money early on as well.
It looks like he's on fire already.
He's absolutely heating up.
Nice
It's
little
only
eco
the
ace.
second run and he's already got an ace and
Main
the
Paul
amount of
Sloop, thank you so much for the
confidence
2 months
that
as well.
builds early on,
How's my day been?
especially
Dude, we
for a player like
just
Raga,
getting started, man,
is
but not too bad so
incredible.
far.
I think Yukao could not be too unhappy with his performance this round as well. 3 kills, a lot of good damage on this anti-eco, eco for them rather.
First buy, of course, now.
Few armor
for
rebuys.
Wolves.
With Teo enough, what would the meta be?
Bonus
Dude, it's so
is
open.
looking juicy, especially with the
Double duelist, double sentinel, pretty
for Raga
likely.
already.
See a lot of Sova again.
That one can hurt.
We're gonna have to see how juicy
See
it
a lot of
looks
like
based on
Sova.
his own
People will
rotation
try and just replace
onto
Go
the
Sova
ace.
Yoru. But Yoru
got
won't
a
be
lot of
as
space in
viable
mid
on
already.
maps now. Just purely because of the
There
Teo.
is a trademark
I say maps, it's like
in,
Ascent really.
Art, however, is shy.
And even then it's
correctly.
kind of doable still.
And they
Towards
check
B.
the drone. But as you said, yeah, they're heading towards B, using the drone.
Does
as well.
NRG benefit off of
Yeah,
this? I think
space
they do.
and pillar.
If they keep their team.
And
If they make changes,
that
then
ace
FNS
stack
came back for
on the
one
side of
meta
Wolf
that
Esports
really doesn't suit
should be able
his
to
calling,
get on side here, but they decide to turn back towards A.
which would be very gutting.
Might not be
But
the right
if I'm
decision, as
NRG,
you
I'm
see
looking
they
at these
kinda
changes.
stacked 3
I'm
people
letting
there.
them have stage
They
2,
might
no
just
doubt.
be heading into a bit of a firing squad, especially with the better weapons now on the side of Wolves.
But the fact they're streaming,
Depends on how these early shots go for Rarga, who has his 34s already thanks to that ace from the last round.
Gets destroyed quickly, so no info there. Dodges the flash rather. Can he really make use of that tour de force in these close quarter fives? But no.
He's gonna get another one there. The spam was literally on him.
Planned, delayed.
Yeah, dude, look. Dude, they got the wall spam down. Nice shot.
The tour de force does nothing in these fights.
Okay.
Clean round
Let's actually see the buy v buy though.
A misread on the side of XLG there, coming back to A when they pretty much had B almost entirely clear with just one person and a bit of vice utility.
Double spam, yeah. Honestly, people will struggle with this spam. This guy's got it down. There's two main places. People should definitely be better than they are at it, but it's relatively hard.
If they get into those post-spam positions, especially with that 34s, Wolves would have been in trouble, but they're going to be happy getting that bonus round, even though they did take a little bit of damage.
That double duck out position there for Wolves really paid dividends that last round. However, first full buy for XLG as well now.
Here.
Ooh, it's a quick peek with the drone.
That's mental.
Pepe is down.
Everyone just TP'd away and then he just goes fights solo through smoke. What is that though?
Finds an answer.
Yeah, I forgot in China there's like way less discipline than the other regions.
It seems to always end up at A.
People love solo duels there.
Rounds and look at Spring. He's pushed all the way up. He doesn't quite hit the shot. A little bit of a costly whiff. Doesn't matter as Juicy on side is able to hold down Art. Now
they do find the kill. 3-on-3. And Yukao has not joined the fight yet. Viva finds the first crack against Lysor. Spike should be able to be planted now. Spring again going for the cheeky spam through the wall this time. The flag goes through, however.
Dude, I respect this. He's going for this round way more than everyone else does.
Spring, quickly get on side.
No way, he gets that as well.
What's he doing?
Holy bro, that's nuts from him. He's actually making it look like he can't do anything over towards A. That's sick.
It's been him these last
that second shot was kind of crazy though. He shouldn't be winning that.
From exactly that same dugout position. Yes, he didn't quite get the spam in this time because of the kind of off-angle plant position, but he just gets up, gets out of dugout, and still manages to get two.
Minority _ Rick, thanks so much for the 6 months, dude. Thanks for that.
These last 2 rounds, the only 2 rounds that Wolves have
Cypher is underrated in pro play. Cypher's always good, so I get what you're saying. The thing is that the problem is that Vice is just like insanely hard to play against at the moment.
But then again,
like Vice's wall is just so legit.
Would definitely be easier to do with your guided salvo.
Like the fact you can't break it is the one.
Looks like they're trying to do it again.
Goodness.
It is an eco though for XLG.
It is, and we get Yoru out coming on to take this side and to spot out Spring so that
it's the combo. You're always gonna get a kill from it.
Get him off of the side, and he does exactly that as Yukao gets a kill on mid as well.
Oh my, Juicy!
Oh my god.
With the pop flash out of the smoke.
14. Let's see what you got, mate.
But it's traded. Still a numbers advantage, of course, for Wolves Esports, and Yukao already aiming for
they
the spike
probably gotta start defaulting over towards B more.
For him.
Members of Wolves taking turns holding down A side. They're taking turns.
That was a lot of investment. 2 ults there just to clear duck out.
Cypher plays again punish way more. I mean, it's just the fact that when you play against a Vice, you have to go default that wall. And that's a nightmare on this, especially when it's over towards B and they have some kind of op.
A bit over eager, in my opinion, here from XLG. However,
yeah. Look,
I'm like a rave over there. What's going on?
Yeah, timeout taken. They gotta talk about this A hit.
Yeah, the lights are on and off. We got rave music.
I don't know. There just seems to be some sort of mismatch about. I mean, sometimes they split up. Sometimes they go, mid and A, which is what they did the pistol round, and it worked because they were working together. The pushed kind of at the same time, so that when the people in art were distracted by
Which patch of
people pushing
Toronto
to
meant to be
mid,
using? It's meant to
people
be
from main can
10-10.
flood into site. And then once the plant has been, when the spike has been
But
planted, they can play post plant from 2 angles.
We don't
After
really
that,
know
though,
for sure.
They've been kind of out of synergy, out of sync in the way that they've done this double-pronged attack. And in this round, they didn't do a double-pronged attack as well, at all, which I feel like is kind of an issue when you're hitting A. It's just very hard to get out of that choke and get into side when you have to worry about art as well. Especially when Juicy's just gonna flash out of it and come out and kill 2 people, which is ridiculous, of course, and maybe not something you can reproduce, but still, it's just it's quite difficult, and I feel like they're not going B enough.
I think they are, Sonya.
Yeah.
I think people are getting told
They
different
did have
things
a
at the
successful
moment.
round on B where they're during the Econ second round after pistol, which of course is also not really representative of what they're able to do in these buy rounds. However, great read from Wolves, putting the tour de force
Close shot.
onto B.
Where's the money at? Oh, dude, they
But
don't do
Decap
money here, do
is
they? I forgot about
forced to
this.
take the TP.
It's only money when they die.
Have to break the turret, the alarm bot here in mid, the chamber bot, if they want to create that pressure in mid towards doors, because right now, nobody's worried about doors because that trip is still up. If they don't break it, that pressure is not going to be there. There's no question mark created for Wolves to worry about, and they can just hold like they are.
And they still know how important it is to force them to not split through this.
shot.
Oh my god, Yuka just takes the peek against the
Luck over
Kong.
towards
Divine
mids.
Sign.
Damn, they're on
While
that as
you
well.
and
They're on top of the
not
luck
even
as well, dude. They're
Heavyweight
kind of
can
locking
get the
down,
surprise kill with the peak.
looking down defense at the moment.
Doesn't look too
Close
good for
Astral Ball and they
XLG.
lose
Spike
3.
has not been planted yet. He's going down now. And they win the fight.
Shot, bro.
No, they
Managed to
can't
go down.
because
Oh
Yuka
my
is just too good right now. Could get another one. No. It's not traded. Mike Sexton
Hold up.
round 4. XLG. 3 kills for him. Get
My goodness, dude. No way, bro. There's no way. This is nuts.
1v1.
Oh,
HP
dude.
bars are low, but
It was
Spring
so close.
has
It was a
the
1v5.
against the special
The
delivery.
actual 1v5.
God.
No way.
What is going on here?
That was as close as you could get. SUFABB even stunned himself accidentally, and a dink into heaven as well, but unfortunately could not close it out. I mean, it was as close as you could get, and it's devastating. It's devastating, and an absolutely essential round for XLG that just slipped through his hands.
My God.
Unbelievable.
I mean, once again, they had a great read on Wolves Esports side. Feeling like they would go B now with a lot of attention towards mid as well. Sort of prevent that early split.
Would have been an
And
all-timer.
to
Yeah,
open
dude, that was
just-
Wolves
close.
are reading them so
good.
He had it. I think he just kind of overpeaked a little bit. He wasn't expecting him.
And so much attention.
Because he
for
definitely,
Vig,
like,
and
with the
there
dink
it
as well,
is,
you
that
could definitely
fake
play that a
smoke.
little
Juicy
better,
gets
but
one, gets two.
this adrenaline.
Rarga, of course, popping off on that
Dude, Wolves
headhunter
look
again.
kind of solid on defense.
But it's not
Their mine's
enough.
gonna be low with that round though.
3 quick kills.
Was FNS good at CS?
It certainly
I mean,
looks like they're
America's in
on
general
top
was
of
just behind on
everything
CS.
this
They didn't have that
game.
many good
I
teams.
don't know what WOD they reviewed, but
He was like
they've got some sort of magic spell.
it's a
here
Valorant team
on
you can
this
compare
map.
his
They
teams
have
to.
every
Like
thing
a
accounted for wherever.
like a
XLG are
Navi at the
going,
moment or
Wolves are
something
there
now. They weren't
ready
like
and
bad,
waiting.
but they weren't like good.
finally
Yeah, every
triggering
number
the
pass.
trade
It was kind of the
Phone
similar
numbers,
story.
phone
Like he was
numbers,
good
I don't know
IGLing,
what
but his shooting wasn't great.
social security numbers. That's all there
Could
is.
be.
Yeah, they got it.
But also you gotta think that
But
in Americas they
XLG
changed
at least
they
able
changed
to
teams
pick up
like
that spike
every
from
3
Art.
months to be
Can
honest.
they make it onto site though? It doesn't
Does
look
not
like it.
matter.
Rarga again. He's still on fire. Picks up a gun, but it's a 1v3 and only 10 seconds
Second.
remaining. And of course, Lysor is just waiting for him to push onto that site. 5th round for Wolves Esports. What a start to this first map.
Navi, yeah, no, Navi's
Absolutely,
kind of
and they
right.
were 2-0 down as well, so they've won 5 in a row so far. It's an incredible performance. Once the
Why do you think these two
Viking
teams
run
emerged as the top
started,
two
once
teams
the
in
full
China?
Byron started,
I mean,
Wolves have just been
Wolves
competitive.
should have
Whatever
always
XLG
been
tried
good
to
with this
do, whether
lineup.
it's on an eco, whether it's on a Byron, they've just been
So
capable
they
of
were always going to
leading
be
them not
eventually
just at
good
the
once they
start of
got
the
their
round,
stuff
but
together.
mid-rounding too. They end up where Wolves
XLG, I mean, honestly,
now we see them pushing
they got a
out
pretty
the
good lineup as well.
A lot of information.
I think it's a little bit of meta, but I think the main thing is the fact that
And installing Utah.
EDG
XLG again. They gotta use
in like
the
I mean they're changing
push out
stuff,
of
right?
double doors and
Losing
destroy the
Simon was
trademark.
big.
At least some pressure.
So, and they were the only team that was ahead, and then every other team kind of beat
Immediately
each
they
other.
Push into Art and try to find Rarga. He wins the duel against Juicy though.
And then
Big
Trace
kill there for XLG.
lost good maps.
Now Wolves are a little bit
Like one of their best
They're not
maps
really
went
sure
out.
where XLG are gonna go, and it does seem like
And they were only
they're
really good on 2
leaning
maps.
towards B here, which would be the right call. Unless they
Imploding.
double back again
EDG,
like they
yeah,
did that
I mean
third
that's
round.
a good way to say it.
There is an operator for UCow though. Aiming.
This is the first round that XLG
Right
should
at
be
them.
winning.
Narrow angle.
They would need a flash here. The flash
Ooh.
comes through. Oh, smoke even.
Dude,
Oh,
these
it's just a
smokes
fake
have been
one.
nice though in this
Dig
round.
it out. He does. Side is under control. For
Castro
XLG, though.
Dazzy, thanks so
They
much
got
for the tier
numbers
1, bro.
advantage.
Appreciate you.
Can they
Thanks
make
for the whole
use of it?
year.
No, it's looking dicey for Viva here. Can he get out? Yeah, he does. He got Link under control as well.
Smoke came down in heaven just in time to prevent a catastrophe orchestrated by Yukao here as the plant finally comes down. They've gotten good post-map positions. They have a lot of control, halls, main, and link. Where's the cross? Hello?
Just a quick trade.
A bit of a trade, though,
Oof.
nonetheless.
UCow
Oh,
finds
no.
a player in Link, and
Oh no.
now it's actually looking pretty hard.
Yeah, someone's gonna
Armor's
stick that.
taken, though, and they got a couple arrows. No! And
This was
finally,
nice. So
we
this
just
was
get
overall their
two.
best rounds that they actually did.
XLG finally flaming
It was so much better in terms of actually pushing pressure around the map.
Perfect recon dot just in time to stop that defuse before it completes. Would have been devastating for Zeli if they just got it diffused under their noses. But
Do
thankfully,
you think which team gets
with
most
that recon
affected
dot,
by
they
the
were able
Teo
to
nerf?
close it out there.
I mean G2, there's so many teams, dude.
There
G2
it
is probably the most, the one that springs to mind the most. But they also
Timing there.
they also get Sunset in and lose Fracture, and Fracture's pretty much their permaban at the moment, I think. So they have that.
Round.
But they've got a lot of work to
Very little
do.
control.
They
And,
gave
you know,
Like if
they're doing it
G2 want to
again,
win
they've
Toronto,
just gone all
in
the
my
way
opinion,
to
they
A
have
with
to kind of get
control of
first
B, no
seed in
control of mid.
Americas, just so that they have like a
You know,
month and a
Wolves
half
have
to
read it.
change
They've just stacked
everything.
A.
You could do a fair amount in
Even just Yukao
like what is
hold
it,
mid
3
by
weeks,
himself
4 weeks?
without
I mean, honestly,
bullets, but
there's actually so much time that maybe they're okay.
Headhunter, all the bullets in fact.
A lot of damage taken there.
They can just do a 1-for-1 trade with Sova
Makes it
on
out
some
alive
maps.
though with 34 HP. And they seem to push them
Oh my
towards
goodness.
UCow now. Viva finds Juicy in the rotation though. UCow doesn't really care about being hit by the Steel Guard here, but he still doesn't make it out alive. Only one kill claimed here. Let's see Fat B, but Spring, the one with the rifle, pops out of the smoke, doesn't get too many kills though. It's just Slicer now. Been stellar, but can they make it? Can he make it happen in a 1v3?
HP's are kind of low.
Mountain to climb, but it
Oh,
is
okay.
helped
He's gonna go for this one.
by the steps placed by his teammates in the form of low HP, but it doesn't quite matter.
Go
He
Post
still
Malone,
falls
thanks so
off
much for the
cliff
Prime. Appreciate the 7
falls
months.
to the
Thank you,
ground.
thank you.
I mean,
What's the
it's a
benefit
good
of
way
getting
for them to
first
come
seed in
back.
a
They're
region?
coming
You
really
skip.
close, I think.
I mean, you
If they
auto
get, like,
top 8.
6-6,
You
it'd be
skip the
nice
Swiss
if they
format at
if
the
they can
beginning.
Keep Wolves at 5. They're gonna
So,
be so happy.
Swiss,
with how
you,
this happens.
you skip the Swiss, and you also get
Realize that
an
that was
extra
a
like
quick
2
one tap
weeks,
through the smoke there.
and
That does happen
in
a lot in
Yeah,
VCT.
Kim
an extra 2
VC.
weeks when they might have got rid of Teo,
Fair
and
enough.
there
I
might
mean,
be
it's a narrow
Sunset in and Fracture
passageway,
out
you know,
is
we'll
everything.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Getting first seed is like insane.
I mean, it
It's been the
just
most
shows
impactful
how
it's ever been for a tournament.
great of a game sense these guys have. Like, And crazy good crosshair placement as well, of course. Find these kills through the smoke. There is both a Cosmic Divine and a Dimension Rift invested, and Yukao just decides to just beat through this. But Happyway is there.
He thought the Euro was gonna just hold this angle the whole time.
Under control, but they're already waiting in the wings. Sides of Wolves Esports as soon as this.
They're gonna use their they are, dude. I was gonna say they're gonna use their own ults to retake this one. I think that might be a mistake, especially as they're like going through the smokes instead of waiting.
XLG.
This is a big mess up from Wolves right here.
Firm control on this B side.
4v5 with smokes down. They decide to Astra ult, tail, send it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it just feels like Wolves are a little bit disconnected all of a sudden. When these smokes come down, they're not really waiting for the team
Samsung,
to
thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate the 2 months.
together.
Thank you for that.
They're just kind of trying to take fights through those smokes, and it's just getting spammed down.
Thank you for saying that, bro. I appreciate that.
Yukao in heaven, maybe he didn't hear the Yoru, him coming out of the L, but a massive mistake that opened up that round entirely.
Yeah.
Who's the best fast C candidate for Americas? From what we've seen so far, Sentinels, but those like. Okay, I'm gonna not include EG, even though EG can do it. But I think the other 3 can beat each other on the right day.
And after that, as you said, yeah, they just seemed a bit disconnected.
Out of those smokes.
I think EG, it has to be. It has to be like the right day out of the week, I guess. Whereas
I mean, I think that's probably
the other teams, it can be any other
Coach
day.
Here is talking about with his team here, because they need to fix that. They need to be coming out of those smokes with util, with retake util in a way that they can isolate these fights. Hopefully, give themselves advantageous fights.
You two were pretty bad at Sunset last year, yeah, but it won't be as bad as their Fracture.
I mean, you have time to defuse that.
Like no matter what, it's gonna be better than their Fracture. So
what's been killing them the last couple of rounds. However, I do want to point out that XLG used 2 ults that round. That might be a bit difficult to do every round.
Yeah.
With the Teo enough, do you think Raze and Jet will make a comeback? Yeah, I think a little bit of Jet will, yeah.
As soon as they're up so far in this game.
You might see you might see some Raze as well.
Attacker,
just purely because Sunset used to be a bit of a Raze map anyway.
Times that they used it. I mean, Happyway's on the bottom.
The teams will start
of
exploring
right now,
more agents, and I think Deadlock Raze is like really strong. I think Jet is really strong. I think ISO super strong at the moment. I think Chamber, to be honest, on some of these maps will be really good with the Vice, like some kind of comps that these 2 are using at the moment. But then you need to have a Sova. Like the XLG comp here works on quite a few other maps. It makes it super open, though. It's gonna be fun.
I probably didn't mean to put it there.
You'll see less breach, obviously.
You could have done with like 2 steps
You'll
back.
see no Teo. Isaac thank you so much for the prime, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, dude.
Yeah, he just got a little lazy there.
Just lazy.
Does reclaim the space though, so still a lot of map control for Wolves.
So too.
At the moment, and
especially take a lot of this control and yeah.
Yukao, can he find the kill? No. And Coconut is just too clean there. The 1v1. They also push through Art.
Absolutely not, but this could be good for
round.
He gets another one.
Damn, dude, he almost got another.
The awareness from Lysor. It's just a 2v2.
Tufat gets one with the ghost as well, and
so close. So close. Juicy does have the rifle, but
yeah, that one got pretty close though.
By Coconut. And another round for XLG. It was the eco, but it could have been.
I think G2 will still play Teo and save both sides for post plant. Nah,
I mean, it just came down to the fight in Art. If Spring gets that
kill, you can't take map control. I mean, although the Teo is now better at post plant, the problem is that with the travel time of the rockets, you can pretty much always get half. Like I get what you're saying. It's like a killjoy now, right? Where you just do molly and they can't defuse, but you have to be so close that like Teo's just done, man. I don't think any team will play it.
A main, blaming that orb. pushing Wolves
Like
back.
we've
onto
never
A
seen an
side.
AF this big, basically.
They're taking it slow again. Heading towards mid. As they have been doing for these past couple
Skynav,
rounds.
this is worse than
Creating
Skynav.
that pressure, finding that
Sky's like
trademark, trying
playable.
to trigger the Vice Wall
I don't think anyone's
early in
gonna
these
play.
rounds to keep
Like Sky still
guessing.
has a reason to be played.
I like this split though. I like this door towards A with 3 people going towards art and 1 person watching door. It's quite nice.
Ooh.
If they make it through, it's nice, and even if they don't, they create so much pressure.
It's
there.
good info.
So many question marks that Juicy has to clear with his ult here.
Did he want it?
What a
Oh my god, he's going for it.
dimensional drift,
Dude,
though,
this is what I'm talking
from
about, man.
Juicy, but he
They're
still
crazy
goes
in
down.
China.
You fat.
Spots 3. His teammates blocked off, and he goes for a flash play, duel into 3.
Oh my god. And they survive this. Still don't have the spike. That's a great drone. The awareness from Sufat PP gives them another kill. Now it's just Happy Way. They can hear his stabs. He should never be able to get this plant down and claim the round afterwards. No, has to plant now. Tries to get into duel. The timer's
Nice
running
shots,
out.
love
He
that
even
play.
finds both of them.
6.
What an effort!
I feel
there
like
from Happy
Shilai
Way.
will be pretty happy with 6.
But it's too late.
It was looking a little.
A 6-6 half. I think both sides are gonna be happy with
Damn.
this.
It was looking a little rough at
Wasn't
the beginning.
okay.
Obviously in the
Not
Byron's
really
after
sure
the
what that was
pistol.
about, but he
He's
stands
just
up, he sits
staring
down, and
over.
I think both teams are gonna be relatively happy with that half. I think because I mean there were times
Which agent
where it
you
could
wish
have
you saw
been
more
dominant
in
from
pro
either
play?
side. There were
I
times where it looked like XLG
want
were
to
gonna
see
run
more
off with the half.
deadlock. I
There were
think
times when Wolves
deadlock's
looked like they were gonna run off
like
with
a
the
top
half.
5 agent at the moment,
So I think
and no one's
they're gonna be
using.
happy with it. I think XLG
Well,
are probably a
I
little
say
bit
no one.
happier than Wolves because they
Like 5%
kind of
pick.
staged a little bit of a comeback, but next half is gonna be extremely exciting.
I'm kind of surprised that we're dead even at this set. Looked like this could have gone either way. Great comeback, so to speak, by XLG after being down 5-2. And I am interested to see
Even the Sky
how
Bird should be rechargeable util.
XLG's
They're not gonna
gonna
completely
look.
wreck
I feel
the
like
Teo to
this
then
tempo
bring
on the side
the
of,
Sky
Wolves.
flashback.
You have a couple more tools to clear some of these nasty angles that XLG were struggling with on their attacking side. But still, in the end, it's all about execution. And as we see, the
The
fans
Teo fraud agent finally enough. Zaysha, you guys are in a
again.
good spot for that
love
one.
these crowd shots, by the way. It's just amazing to
It
see.
is.
You guys
Everyone
are
enjoying
ready
themselves
for that
there
enough.
in the stadium.
You wait for the harbor buff that
You know,
they're
some
putting
people
in.
don't really get the assignment. They think they're just being shown.
You
on
get 2
TV, so
coves.
just kind of stare at the camera, which is kind of funny as well. You know, it's funny either way if they do it or not.
I mean, I wish we could read the
But,
signs.
yeah, you're right.
Android, thank you so
glad
much
we
for the
have
3
the
months, man. I
signs.
appreciate that. And Zawazbar as well with the prime.
Ah,
Thank you so
okay,
much,
so
bro.
apparently these signs spell stuff like XLG meow meow. So I guess we
One
didn't
curve is
really
enough,
miss any
yeah.
crucial info there.
Oh, no, they weren't talking about their game plan coming into this half.
No.
Enjoy watching the Teo meta? No one
Unfortunately,
enjoys
no.
watching the Teo
No,
meta.
good. Oh,
It can be
glad-
fun
glad we
for
didn't
like
miss anything.
fighting map
Look,
control,
you
but
see
as soon as it
Happy
gets to
Way
the
are
after
taking
plan,
so
it's
much space
dead to watch.
towards that B long position, which really allows the rest of XLG to take these fights towards Link. And
Tens
towards
is a big
Mid,
fan of the
which is where
changes.
Wolves are going.
Yeah, but if Tens was in control, he would have the Jet
He's pushing up the
be
Jet.
back to how Jet
Ooh.
was at the beginning of the game.
Nasty one.
Quick kill to start off the round. That's going to be great. And that is actually their controller down, which means smokes are off the table for the rest of this round.
They got into B-Link pretty quickly though.
Difficult thing to take. Oh, doesn't matter.
Now. Oh my god, again! He finds
How?
2 players in half down. B-side under control.
The right click, yeah, right click back.
Looking to recover
8-second smokes, 3 of them.
from that early kill.
Wait, was it
Happy Way
9
wall is
seconds? Maybe they were
triggered
longer
down,
than
so
that.
they are aware
Maybe
of
they were
the
9-second
backstep.
smokes.
Can they make it work
Ooh,
though? Viva
Viva.
finds the first one. Varga Needs to get into action now. Quick hack shot.
There
Force
we
lights
go.
are almost a flick. Enough damage done already. Super BB in the
Load.
yeah, stuck between
Double
a rock and a
pistol.
hard place, and he goes down. XLG.
Just 7 seconds. Yeah,
Another
it's
pistol round
dude,
under
it's
the
long.
belt.
Dives to the hard place as the rock behind him just waits for the ample opportunity to take that fight. I mean, there's not really much he could have done. He was, like you said, stuck there. And but
I
this
think the
kill
Sky
from
Meta was fun.
Utah-
Sky Meta was
I mean,
fun
what is
for
even that?
minimap watchers.
Not happy.
Like Sky Meta was really fun
happy
for
with
like
that, though.
IGLs and trying to
Well, he's
outsmart
not
the other
happy, but-
IGLs.
XLG are gonna be happy with it.
I personally think it was the best meta, but
Pistol
I spend most of my time
round
watching up here. So
percentage there for XLG. That's,
for people that spend most of their
good.
time watching
That's
here,
decent.
probably Chamber was best to watch.
I mean, more pistol rounds
More than decent.
win you more games.
Kuka, hello. Long day today, dude.
Yeah,
Crazy
more
long day.
pistols will always win you more
Are
games.
you doing
That's
EMEA
like,
today?
yeah, you win 2 pistol rounds. That's like winning 4 rounds, especially
Yeah.
with that the second round bye that you get to enjoy. Now Wolves, we see them pushing towards art again here. They do
Nice.
have one installed towards
I was
A,
gonna
which
say
is
could
nice
could
to
be a
see,
long one, could be a
especially
short one. You never
the-
know.
Figure that wall.
Should be a short one, but
It did right now. So, got the info now. And pressure. Checking with the drone. Be spotted. Lysor. They're not fully rotating over to Ada now. Happy Ways moving there. Only Rarga still holding his position. Can they make it onto the site though? Versus an Astra. And a Vice. Defo.
Nice, yeah. Those torrents are gonna delay so much as they get
Yeah.
popped here, but there is a teleport in Juicy already, kind of in backside. Well, in front side still, but a little bit of chip damage coming through onto CFIBB. He's actually gonna go down. Viva.
they're respecting him heavy though. They
Great
do not want to
usage.
get econed.
Of the stun and the shot
Shot.
dart there.
Yukao.
Yukao. However, catches the rotation, but YOU and Happy Way already flooding the site. Easy defuse. It's just Yukao. What is he gonna do?
Holy,
Yeah, he
dude,
come- oh, he
dude.
got two up. He's
My
totally
god, though, that
busted
was
it.
nuts,
Oh my
bro. The whole
God.
round he was just non-stop
That was
dinking,
too close
like
for
Prime
comfort,
Yay or something.
But XLG come out on top.
An incredible.
What made EG 2023 so good in
Hitting
particular?
shot after shot, a
I still think they
double
probably had the
onto
best ult
diffusing
plans
spring
we've
as well,
seen.
but not
Like I
diffusing,
think
coconut
I think
as well,
ult,
but
the ult plans this
unfortunately
year
not
have been really
quite
rough.
good enough.
I think they
Really
EG probably
1v5.
had some of the best ult plans that we've seen in the game.
The double headshot
It's something that teams
through
really
the
lack
wall,
at the
man.
moment. Like
God.
EG kept it
These players
super
are
simple.
massive.
It wasn't like insane
love
calling.
seeing-
It was just
I mean,
we have this
gonna
ult.
be rough. I
This
mean,
is what
they've
we do,
just-
and they have like
lost
2 plans
both
or these 2
pistols. I mean,
ults. This is
XLG
how we
won
combo.
both pistols.
They were the best at that.
It's gonna be difficult for them to pull this back, but I mean, look, it still ended 6-6 on the half, so there's definitely still a chance.
Like they always had good plans, which is weird because when I watch the teams now, I'm gonna flame both EG and 100 Thieves. When I watch
Just
those
have
teams
a
now,
good
I
game.
feel like they don't
Only
have the best
one
plans with their
Ult
ults.
orb
So
or
I don't
kill or
really
death
know
or
who's in
plan
charge
or
of
fuse.
that, unless
Well,
Com
it's probably not
did a
defusing on the
lot
attack
of
side. Away from his tour
server
force.
time work.
And
I mean, that's probably the only theory left,
Looks
is
like-
that Com was like,
to re-clear
Com or Jorgamo was one of the reasons.
space in
And we had Jorgamo
mid
uses his
again.
ults.
Using the
I don't think
drone.
it's Jorgamo.
Thorns popped.
So I feel like
The
Com
Juicy
does a
is
lot of
through.
server time stuff.
It's caught off guard though by Heavyweight,
Oh, he
who
gets
finds 2
two.
with the Bulldog. And they even got the drone.
Gosh.
The re-clear.
He does get the re-clear, and Viva's trying to get one here. He doesn't quite hit the shot, but he does get that information that they are still in link and could potentially be pushing.
Jorgamo slander?
here.
I mean, he's incredible. It's just his Euro ults. His Euro ults have got better though, but
The 2 kills as well.
if we're trying to work out
So
who
much
the
great
mastermind of
info.
ults were
Great
in
info
that
there, he
EG
said
team,
22
after seeing his
seconds,
Euro stuff,
and they actually
would-
make it work.
I would guess it's more Com.
They are sacked.
I thought it was the
now.
coaches, but I think it was Com.
Wall triggered as well. They can't even get onto site. It's 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Should be able to plant here.
Oh, this is
Out in the open, Spring finds
They
another
gotta
one.
stop him, Splat. They gotta stop it. Oh my god, they've gotten two. It's all up to Rarga here on the
Oh
flank.
my
He's
God,
not even gonna
Okay,
get
well, this
one.
was a
Spring
super
turned around,
doable
he
round
knows
from
it's there. A
G
head
line,
taken
but
off, and that might have been the last chance that XLG had to salvage this round. But I mean, they're still gonna be relatively happy with this bonus, I think.
Aviva is known.
An armory
And
by
Yukao.
gun and
sure,
armory
they did
by-
damage, but that could have been
He only
way
needed a
better.
body shot, but of
Not too bad,
course,
not too bad.
takes off his head. What a game so far.
You know, it got kind of close. That round got kind of close, and if Wolves had lost that, I think they would have been absolutely doomed. I mean, I would hope they wouldn't be, but I don't think they could have helped it. 'Cause that got way.
Do you think Fnatic
way
would have
too
beat them in
close. I think the plant was, like,
2023?
a second left, the plant finished.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't know what
Essentially
happened to
gonna feel like that
Fnatic in
once they slipped through their
between.
fingers with how close it got.
Yeah, it was a bit of an unconventional plant spot there, so
What was the Masters before?
with it.
Is in Japan, right?
But
I don't know what happened to Fnatic
still
in between Masters and Champs, but it looked like they
kinda
took
close.
a month
Able to
off.
buy here.
I don't know why they did
Side
that.
Of, Wolves Esports.
Left A.
有胆就走两步，荆棘陷阱坏了。
They're gonna be fun.
Still
Lysor
wants
is not gonna get out here, right?
Just need some.
Okay.
Oh, he does.
Never mind.
He does, and he still.
Then he lost to
maintains that
Lounge.
question
Yeah,
mark.
but
He
they-
hasn't really
They
been
added nothing new.
defeated since that drone got broken.
Like LCQ, that was the year of LCQ, right?
Heavyweight just randomly
Was it LCQ that year?
falling to
I
this
can't
push
remember.
there.
All I remember is them having a good amount of
be
time
long,
and then having nothing
not
new and
respecting-
thinking, what the hell have they done with their time?
Their advance. It's a
Lucy
great
just
one.
dancing in front of Rarka.
But yeah,
Doesn't
and he
quite
pays the
matter.
price. Rarga doesn't want any of his dances.
剩余30秒，
That's a
Not at
late
all, and I
rotation.
mean, look,
Oh my god, this is not gonna work out against
Goodness.
YOU!
Oh my god, dude. This is nice shots. This is a big route to do it. Lose
From
this.
the XLG
You got an eco.
hell,
Sentinel.
he should never be winning that fight. A 2v1, they're both looking in his direction.
Oh, did they all
and he
one
plays
shot?
around
Oh,
the
hold
cover
up.
perfectly, and it's all up
Yeah.
to
What?
out here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he got
Oh god.
blue. How do they line up for
还
him?
剩一人。
I. No,
Whoa,
this
you crazy
can't
guy.
It's just
be-
Rarga.
This can't be Rarga on 3 HP. Can
Whoa.
he make it happen? He gets the first one.
Oh my god, he knows
Needs
he's
the
here.
headshot. Needs the headshot. And he gets
He
it.
gets the second.
Guy's a god, man.
Rarga
How is he
shoots
doing
an
that?
absolute masterpiece.
Oh god. Don't show me this
How are
camera.
these rounds going the way
Yeah, you guys
that they
just
are?
lost a 1v2 to guy on 3
How
HP.
has he gotten two? And how was it even a 2v1 to begin with?
Oh, it was 2v4. They managed to get it down to a 1v2. And-
Almost
Whoa, it's nice shots though. Dude, why is he jiggling? Just hold the angle.
from Wolves. And then in the end, it's just the Rarga
Oh
show.
my god, what a devastating round to lose that is.
HP.
Rarga.
He clutches the 1v2.
They would have won this, they would have forced him
HP.
down to eco.
Behold his might as he descends from the heavens with divine.
Of course.
Very much.
Hey, he's playing so well.
It's gonna start to feel like an uphill battle now for Wolves. They do have that sort of force, but if they lose this round, it's gonna start to feel like a real uphill battle. 7-10 without money. So this is an incredibly
Who's gonna
important
get?
round
Who's
for
gonna
Wolves
get
if they're
first
trying to
seed of?
convolutedly get
Dude,
at. Yes, they have to
G
lose
Lai could actually get first seed, and then G Lai,
Again.
I don't know, man. G Lai like to
Eva.
come up with some good
Let's have
stuff
the
with
drone
time.
Still.
G
Just,
Lai with a lot of time for
drone.
Toronto could be pretty fun to watch. Oh my
Oh, YOU
goodness.
through the smoke.
Dude,
gets
this is
one
their
again.
big buy round, and you've done that.
Unlucky
No.
有胆就走
for
两步，
Wolves Esports.
陷阱体，指芒陷
It's a
阱
big
体。
shutdown.
a
They got
player.
info of this as well.
Once again at the start of this round.
Like they haven't been able to force their way through. Dude, Cables everywhere.
What was that?
they haven't been able to
fourth
force
kill
their way
that we
through as well. They
speed
still got
siege
vision
two
here.
smokes,
Like they just got
on
nothing from
on
this.
map.
Wolves.
These guys are so good at getting those kills, and they're not even really spams. They're
With
headshotting
Teo
people
being
through
dead,
these
what's my
smokes,
pal?
so,
Meta read
like you
this.
said, that concept
This is the meta.
impeccable. can really see the mechanics and the high level of play on display.
Or for XLG here is still
剩余30
pretty
秒。
spread out though. Only 2 players sitting on that B spot, but YOU with the steel garden in hand, really gonna pop it as soon.
Is Yoru untouched? Yoru ult is
I think everyone could avoid
12. Sorry,
that. Still
10
lane.
seconds instead of
The
12,
advance onto side of
and
it,
it's
but
1
Pokemon
extra for
in
the
a
ult.
great position. It's traded
That's
immediately
fine.
though. Livesaur
But it's not too bad.
Can they plant them? No.
Dude, we ain't getting a plant here. We ain't getting a plant here.
Another one
Dude,
for
they're gonna
XLG.
get wrecked, man.
And
That
they look
1v2
to
is
run
gonna
away
haunt
with this
them.
map.
Devastating round. They have to save now. They have no money left over. I mean, they do have a little bit because they do have that loss bonus. They've lost 2 in a row now, but still devastating.
Chamber's not gonna be meta. Depends on the map. This is the best chamber map.
I mean, it's not. This is
This,
nothing you can
this
do
unloads
here
us.
when the players are
There's a
all
lot
ready
less
for you
util
on
now
the
to
side
actually be
waiting
able
for you
to
enter.
push you off. And if teams
gonna hit
if
the
teams are
shots,
gonna
and
try
Lysol did hit a
and
couple
run
of
the
shots, but
solo drone
Not much more
with
than
no
that.
smokes and no way to force through,
Too long.
I don't know. I think chamber might be
There's
kind of
sheriffs
strong.
coming up.
Double smokes might be kind of strong as well.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. VCT China Sheriffs terrify me because they hit the
Yeah.
most insane shots with this gun. This region mechanically is unreal, and when they have a sheriff or a guardian, those mechanics are on full display.
Yeah.
And now that I've said that, they might just whiff everything because casters and everything. But let's hope we get something.
They get a lot of space in mid. The Defo guy to Saab was there. And now XLG actually have to watch sewers here. Check if someone tries to advance into ender spawn. Looks like it's gonna be an A hit though. So XLG still with a good read once again with Astra and Vice holding that side.
Yukao peaks heavyweight here. It's just gonna be so insane. But it
What
doesn't
is he
matter.
doing?
He gets
Asking
a
for a
flash
smoke?
out and he peeks Yukao
剩余
instead,
30 秒。
and that's his death.
A Steel Garden invested here to get onto site. Definitely worth it. Oh, a Hunter's Fury.
Ooh.
Dude, don't
Immediate
forget about
answer, though,
using
from
the
Viva.
ults into the
Finds
eco. Want to
2
keep it
FPV.
clean, get their money good.
Numbers advantage increasing. Oh,
Shot.
blown there, but now
There
it's
it
on to
is.
the Sheriffs. Can they make
Ooh,
it happen?
bro, I
No,
kinda saw a
Varga
world where he's gonna
with
get
an
multi there.
immediate answer.
Dude, they
Gets
look
both
nice
of them
though,
trying
and
to
they still
push
got
into
Astra ult to
secret.
retake over towards B
And
next round.
It's the 11th round for XLG.
Z-Tam, thank you so much for the prime, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you.
2 more for them to win Pearl to win.
Varga got
Wolves
those kills with the
Esports
sheriff
mapping.
too, so we got
XLG,
three
they actually have like
really good sheriff kills.
good.
I'm gonna be happy with.
It's
that,
like
to
one
be
of the
honest.
most methodical we've
You
seen.
know, I didn't,
Oh
I
my
like
God.
seeing it. Oh my god. Oh my.
They look a little bit like
That is crazy.
the boom of China.
That is absolutely crazy.
Like Raga
I mean,
frags
I guess
heavy,
that's also a
but he
reason
also
why
has like the
uh,
most util to set him up
Chambers sort of
majority of the
had-
time.
Bit of a resurgence here because they just all love the sheriffs. They just love the headhunter. They just want a free sheriff every round.
5 passing, dude, big buy round for them to get back on
First
track,
time
and they
we've seen
5
that from
pass
XLG on
mid.
defense to actually put
They're
5
changing it
players
up.
into mid and to clear the space. They only get one
Holy,
kill now.
everyone's
Coconut
here.
is ready for lights are peeking. Everybody
Damn,
just keeps
dude, look at the
advancing.
shots though. Nice shots.
What is this man doing?
Like, it's a cool
He
cool
shows no
change.
fear.
Dude, this is without a timeout on the fly as well. The cooling's good here.
What a disaster.
Such a big
for
change up.
Wolves Esports.
It's like they're all thinking probably like full process of how do we actually get through door if we want to create pressure. Because we've been shut down by door heavy. A 5-person dueling over towards middle. So could
That's
go
probably
on
just
like that.
unsafe.
Dear underscore Faye, thank you so much for the 13 months. Yeah, this is like a
Absolute
community based stream.
demolition there
Pretty cool.
from XLG. It couldn't have come at a better time for them.
我拿到爆能器了。
He does reclaim the spike, okay.
剩余30秒。
See if he can make anything happen here. Oh, while you spots him. And that's a great stun. Does get out. Happy Way immediately advances. Oh, he still got
Nice
hit by the
round, though.
stun.
But-
4K for Happy Way.
Did you see what I mean? Like
Over.
even there in the 1v4, like
Some,
their
greetings
util's
to
good.
World
They're taking
Esports.
no risks.
And if you're wondering why it's only me talking, I think we do have a little bit of a technical issue with Cats, but he'll be back soon enough.
Sorry
12th
about that,
round.
everybody. I am
there
back. I
you
know you
are.
guys missed my voice.
Yeah, I did. I certainly did.
And yep, they're up to 12, and not a lot that Wolves can do in that round. And this kind of their last chance here. Crafty, and they're gonna have to do a lot here, and that's not a
What?
good start
Holy
at
bro,
all.
they wrecked him.
It's just pure confidence.
Oh my
right
god,
now from
dude.
Happy Way once again.
It's like an aimbot.
It's a different part
Jesus,
of the
they're
map,
all
but
doing
it's the
it.
same play. It's
Instant.
just Happy Way and Rarga pushing into A main and absolutely
Holy, what are you
demolishing
meant to do
them.
against
YOU
that?
puts the finishing
Dude, it
touches
was
onto
like
its first map.
kinda close, and then it wasn't. I mean, they got
Start
double
for
pistol,
XLG
but
into
what
this
was going on
best
at the end there?
A really close first half, 6-6 on the half, and then XLG just running away with it on their defense side.
Wrecked him, yeah.
utilizing
Dude, that was
that Euro
nuts.
especially.